Okay. We got the Dolphins. Still waiting on their final tonight against the Patriots. They're going to host the Broncos. What in the world do you make of Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos starting off the season 0-2?
Yeah, 6 was the opener, by the way, and now 6.5. And probably in the next segment, we'll have a final score here from Foxborough. But look, at Denver 0-2. You lose 2 games at home. I kind of want to. No, I shouldn't do that because considering I lost a Survivor entry with them today, and also lost a couple last man standing tickets, lost the bet. Laying the points, lost the money line.
Man.
So they kicked me right in the huevos pretty much every which way but Sunday today. Looking at Denver though, the offense is a little bit better than obviously it was last year. They had 6.4 a play. Man, the first half they couldn't be stopped.
No.
They got 21. They scored touchdowns on their first 3 drives and then just totally went in the crapper. I don't know what happened with these guys. And then all of a sudden, actually what did happen, because if you go back and little plays sometimes change the momentum in the game. They score, they send the Commanders to punt. Russell Wilson fumbles, running toward the sideline. Ball, I thought he might have stepped out of bounds, but he was still in. Fumbles the ball. Washington gets a short field, and it gets a touchdown. Also gets a personal foul because I believe there was a helmet-to-helmet ejection there in the end zone, and then they go for 2.
It's kind of inexplicable, and you look at it and you go, I still cannot believe that after a 21-3 lead, somehow that defense, kind of like the Packer game we're just talking about, your defense has to be good enough to hold up at that point. And Denver's couldn't do it. And then certainly we saw it with Green Bay's today. And now we're going to ask Denver to slow down the Dolphins next week. And by the way, that Dolphins game's about to go final. They're going to be 2-0 coming into that game against Denver. 0-2, you hate to say it, but my goodness, you go 0-3. I'm not going to say forget about the playoffs, but it ain't going to look very good.
No, it's not. So I want to see if this rises because Miami, offensively got relatively held at bay tonight. But, I want to see if this number maybe hits 7. I might take a shot at the Broncos, even though earlier on this show I said never again with Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's not cooking. He's cooked.
But the 7 is the demarcation line.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking at.
Yeah. If Russell Wilson was a chef, Gordon Ramsay would be yelling, "Get out!" Get out.
It is
blank off, is what he says.
He would. And the thing with Russ these days, and I don't know how much we can put the Commanders' loss at his feet. And again, I kind of look at those defenses. And again, kind of the 2 games we're talking about in this segment with the Packers at home, their first home game against the Saints, and now the Broncos going back on the road at 0-2 against the Dolphins. Remember that the Broncos open up 0-2 with 2 games at Mile High. So they lose their first 2 home games to the Raiders and the Commanders.
Right.
No disrespect to those
teams. So there's not a lot of confidence with this team, but that's one of them ugly underdogs.
Wow.
In the NFL that can sometimes get there. I would be looking to bet Denver. I need to see a number, see if we get it 7. I could tell you if it stays at 6.5, the whole world are going to have Miami Dolphins teasers as that is the home opener down there in South Beach. So played their first 2 games. Look, team goes 2-0 on the road, Dave, against a team that goes 0-2 at home. The whole world's going to want to bet against the 0-2 team at home.